Lydia and I rarely see each other since we continued to live in other dormitories. I went back to our room twice a day, once in the morning and once in the afternoon. Usually, the neighboring room was silent, but that didn't make me feel any better. I always felt like there was something on the other side of the wall, watching me somehow. The Thursday night before Halloween, I went back to the dorm to shower much later than usual. I had seen Lydia that afternoon, and she had told me she had enough clothes stored at Mike's place to last until graduation, so I knew I would be alone in the dorm that night. I showered in the bathroom down the hall, then walked back to my room to change. I had to meet Ian in half an hour for a party. I changed and stood in front of the mirror to blow dry my hair. I looked down and immediately noticed how quiet the room was. I noticed the mirror reflected the dusty bed frame and large, open window of room 733. I turned around in panic, only to find myself still standing in my own room. I heard a slight noise behind me and I ran away in fright. I can't do it anymore. I can't go back in that room again. I can't ever go back. What happened? Jesus, what do you want to do? I need to talk to someone who knows what the fuck is going on. Is Tom Moan the only person we know was here in 1961? The only one I know of. Maybe we can get him on his way in tomorrow morning? We'll just corner him and refuse to move until he tells us something. He comes in at 6:30 according to the schedule I have. Do you want to meet me outside the Starbucks in the atrium? Fuck yeah, I do. I have a class at 7:30, but I'll blow it off. Okay, see you then. Ian made me a drink. I briefly told him what had happened earlier. Lydia sent me a voicemail tonight. Hey Becca, listen, I just had a huge fucking fight with Mike. I guess his frat decided that for Halloween this year all the new brothers have to spend the night in the suicide room in our dorm. I can't fucking take it. He knows what's been going on with us and he still agreed to do this. He's now trying to convince me that Sigma Chi is behind all of the stuff going on in room 733 because they've been trying to drum up buzz for their Halloween deal. I can't. I found Ian inside and asked him to take me back in. I was suddenly very stressed, very tired, and very drunk. When the alarm rang at 6 o'clock in the morning, I struggled to get out of bed. I figured you'd need this. How do you know? Your texts. I texted you last night? Yeah, at about 1. You told me about Sigma Chi. Oh, God, yeah. Those guys are idiots. Remember how I told you that it's crafty? Well, what if the point of messing with you was to make 733 provocative, to seduce people into going inside? No one has been in that room for years. Can you imagine how hungry that thing is? Do you think they're really at risk? Yeah. In fact, the only thing they have going for them is that all those suicide victims were alone at the time of their deaths. So, it'll be less powerful with all of them there. Theoretically, we would know a lot more if we knew what it was. And we can't know what it is without knowing how it got here. And that is why we need Moan. What time is he supposed to get here? Actually, 20 minutes ago. Another half hour passed before we had to accept Mr. Moan's usual avoidance of. We went to the front desk hoping to arrange a meeting with him,